Welcome to Narcissism Freedom, where survivors find clarity, strength, and a path to emotional peace. If you've been feeling trapped, manipulated, or emotionally drained, you've found the right place. This is where truth is spoken, healing begins, and your voice is finally heard. You've given chance after chance, explained your feelings 100 different ways. You've cried, apologized, compromised, and convinced yourself that if you could just love them harder, be more understanding, or shrink yourself a little smaller, they'd treat you right. But what if the truth is they never intended to change? What if all that effort was never going to be enough because they weren't looking for love, they were looking for control? And now you're stuck in that soul-tugging space between the person you wanted them to be and the reality of who they are. Let's be real. When someone disrespects your boundaries, minimizes your feelings, and gaslights you until you question your sanity, that's not love. That's manipulation. That's psychological warfare. And if you're still holding on to the hope that they'll wake up and realize how deeply they've hurt you, you're pouring your light into a black hole. Narcissists don't feel regret the way we do. They feel inconvenience. They don't miss you. They miss the control. They don't grieve the loss of your love. They grieve the loss of access to your energy, your empathy, your devotion. So when it clicks, when your spirit whispers it's time, you don't tiptoe. You don't negotiate your exit. You run. You better run like Forrest Gump. Fast, determined, relentless. Not because you're afraid, but because your soul remembers what freedom feels like. Because your nervous system deserves to breathe again. Because your inner child deserves to feel safe, and your future self deserves peace. You don't owe closure to someone who broke you on purpose. You don't owe conversation to someone who only listens to respond or twist your truth. You don't owe loyalty to a cycle that keeps you emotionally imprisoned. You owe yourself the kind of love that doesn't require suffering, the kind of space where healing can take root. And yes, it's hard. Letting go feels like grieving someone who's still alive. But what you're really grieving is the fantasy, the idea of what you hoped they would become. You cannot heal in the same place that hurt you. So no, you don't look back. Because every time you second-guess your decision, you reopen wounds that took months to close. And you didn't come this far just to bleed again. Thank you for being here. You're not broken. You're breaking free. And your healing is not just possible, it's already happening. If this message spoke to your spirit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so more survivors can find their way to truth and peace. Stay with your truth. Protect your peace. And remember, you're not alone anymore.